I'm Jeremiah Smith, and I'm 22 years old.
Brad Sims, 23 years old. My name is Matt Sparks. I'm 24 years old.
I'm Matt Bischoff, aka The Beard, 35 years old.
Kevin Spanier, and I'm 22 years old.
First day of Snafu road trip, we went to Muncie, Indiana. We met up with a bunch of Indiana locals, Chris Gerber, Carl Pointer. The park was amazing. It looked brand new.
It was pretty sweet seeing some of the locals, man, just going off. The level of riding today is insane. It's a really good scene in Muncie, man, and it was a pretty fun session. Kind of a private sesh. The only two guys on Snafu that were there is myself and Jeremiah. Ting! It was awesome seeing Jeremiah do all his amazing stunts. However, it was more amazing to see myself doing amazing stunts, such as beard grabs, can-can one-handers, and bow-legged X-ups. I'm only going to be on the trip for the first 2 days in Muncie here and Columbus tomorrow at the Flow. My wife is pregnant and is going to be having a baby any day, so I didn't want to risk being in Florida when my second son is born.
Day 2, we got to the Flow. Frog, Sparks, and Brad met up with us. Yeah, Carl also met back up with us.
Carl and I had a manual contest, and unfortunately, I lost for the first time. But it's a rematch. Carl is still on. Ice up, across, and down this ledge. $5 bet will come.
I'll take his money.
No, you can't out-ice me. Stop it. 3-hour Carl.
I want to thank Craig and Shannon from The Flow for opening the park today and letting us have a private session. Those guys are awesome, so if you're ever in Ohio, make sure you go check out The Flow Skate Park.
Day 3, we woke up and we drove all day, 10 hours straight to Greenville, South Carolina, to No Name Skate Park.
The locals were really nice to us and let us ride for an after session, let us get some stuff done.
Kevin decides to do a manual to backwards manual to backwards lucky to hard 180 off.
At one point in the night, Jeremiah and Frog got into a tech off challenge, I guess. Like a little 3-foot quarter that just had like the right amount of bump coming out of the coping, and these guys probably got on it for maybe like a 2-hour kick alone, just seeing who could do the better backwards, forward, peg, manual, the 270, toothpick bonk out. Just endless. I mean, these guys really just non-stop. Who's got the best tech?
I tried to double tail whip this 20-foot long wedge to wedge gap. That was scary.
Sparks was just flying at this biggest wedge ever, trying to double whip. It was ridiculous.
He took it pretty hard, but I think he's all right. I'd like to thank No Name Skate Park for letting all of us ride and have a great time.
Day 4, more cold weather. We get back on the road and just drive all day to get to Orlando, Florida. Should be a good time. Hopefully some warm weather is going to cheer us up. Day 5, we were in Orlando. We stayed at Trey Jones's house. Went street riding, I think in Central Florida at the university with Trey and a bunch of his friends. They showed us this nice little like kicker made out of grass, just like a little ditch in the side of the road that turned out to be something pretty fun. Later that night, we ended up going to some cement park.
my God. Mad Sparks. Jesus.
Matt Sparks tried to flare whip across this Twinkie looking thing. He pretty much got murdered, but he would not give up.
One time he caught it perfect and landed like in the roller, and he did a scorpion slide across the cement. That was scary. Took this crazy slam, like landed, like belly flopped on his bike. And people were like, oh my God, he's done, he's done. I was like, are you insane? I was like, he's not done. If he can walk, he's not done.
Pretty much destroyed his whole body on the flare whip, but yeah, you definitely gotta put a show on for the spectators. You gotta produce over a Twinkie.
Day 6, we decided to go to Tampa and shred up some more street. So when we arrived in Tampa, we were greeted with a pack of elephants throughout the city. They were just walking down the middle of the street getting the escort. Guess there's some crazy circus going on or something.
We showed up a little late in the day, so we just kind of rode around seeing what was available. Later that night, we ended up going to the skate park of Tampa. We got like a sweet half an hour, 45-minute session in, thanks to Matt Copeland. Day 7, Tampa, Florida. Just riding around, just having locals show us some stuff.
Day 8, we met up with Justin and Marlo in Miami. We rode around the city a bunch.
They took us to a lot of spots, but they were skate stopped or it was a big bus. We found this white flat rail in Miami close to the water. Brad went to go do over ice on it and he almost fell into the water, which was pretty crazy.
Almost fell headfirst into the seaport.
It was kind of frustrating that we didn't get anything done and we did a lot of pedaling, but what can you do? Street riding. Later on that day, we went to the Brian Piccolo skate park.
Sparks decided to put on a little box jump show, doing 3 whips, one-handed X-ups, 3 whips the truck. He's just a madman when it comes to a box jump, trying to get stuff done.
Day 9. On our way out of Miami, we stopped at a skate park called Jupiter.
There's a host of insincerities. Now it's frozen over, it's kinda shut. It's embarrassing. Disposition. It's ending as we speak.
Saw the gap in the cement bowl and just wanted to give it a go. It wasn't as sweet as I thought it was gonna be.
His thumb's a little swollen, but I think he definitely handled that pretty well.
Oh, God, that was brutal.
Day 10. Today is my last day on the trip. I'll fly out. I have another trip scheduled like right before it, so I'm out.
We went back to Orlando to finish up the trip. We rode some street again.
I got a little greedy, tried calling out, tail up the double peg on the rail. Ended up getting the security guard, giving us the boot. I tried to bribe him, tried to talk to him, but no habla inglés. Maybe next time.
Over that.
We ended up finishing up the final night of our trip at this kid Matt's backyard. He has makeshift UGP ramps from one of the old contests. We were pretty beat up. Everyone was super tired, but we at least wanted to get one other good place in.
Sparks was pretty much flopping around everywhere.
I wanted to get something done at Matt's house, but I've been beating myself up this whole trip, not pulling tricks and just getting stuck in a broken record mode of beating myself up. So after enough slams, I had to call it quits and just take it for what it was. I had a great time in Florida, and that kid's house was definitely a treat to ride as the last stop.
Thanks, Matt.